For centuries, the Turkic peoples were undisputed masters of the Eurasian steppe. They were a nomadic force, their lives intrinsically linked to the vast open lands, and their spiritual world centered on the worship of Tengri, the eternal blue sky god. This ancient faith shaped their identity and worldview, yet a profound transformation awaited them. From these sky worshippers, they would evolve into formidable champions of Islam, forever altering the course of history. This shift was not merely a change in belief, but a fundamental reorientation of their destiny. Their impact would be monumental. These Turkic converts carried the banner of Islam from the heart of Asia to the gates of Vienna, forging vast empires that would define the modern world and leave an indelible mark on global civilization. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel The Turkish Odyssey for more deep dives into the empires and cultures that shaped our world. It is free and essential to our existing and growth. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's continue to our video. The ancestral homeland of the Turkic peoples was the vast, harsh Eurasian steppe. This unforgiving environment served as a crucible, forging a people renowned for their resilience, adaptability, and unparalleled hardiness. Life on the steppe demanded constant movement and self-reliance. Their lifestyle was inherently nomadic, lived almost entirely on horseback. They were masters of equestrianism, their portable yurts serving as mobile homes that could be swiftly erected and dismantled, perfectly suited to their migratory existence. This mobility was key to their survival and expansion. Turkic society was resilient and self-sufficient, organized around tribal structures. Militarily, they were brilliant, particularly famed for their mastery of archery from horseback, a skill that made them formidable opponents on the battlefield. Their prowess was unmatched. Politically, their structure was fluid, often characterized by fragmented clans and tribes. These groups were led by khans, whose authority was often contested, leading to constant infighting and shifting alliances within the steppe confederations. Unity was often fleeting. Their ancient faith was Tengrism, a profound belief system centered on the worship of Tengri, the eternal blue sky. This reverence extended to nature spirits in the earth, reflecting a deep connection to their environment. The cosmos was seen as a living entity. Spiritual life was guided by shamans, known as khams, who acted as intermediaries between the human and spirit worlds. A khan's rule was legitimized by kut, a divine blessing or heavenly mandate, signifying their chosen status by Tengri himself. The initial contact between Turkic peoples and the burgeoning Islamic world was a slow, multifaceted process. It unfolded along the ancient Silk Road, a network of trade routes that facilitated not only commerce, but also skirmishes and diplomatic exchanges. Ideas and beliefs began to flow. A pivotal moment arrived with the Battle of Talas in 751 AD. This epic confrontation pitted the Abbasid Caliphate against the mighty Tang dynasty of China. Crucially, the Seljuks, a significant Turkic tribe, switched sides during the battle, aligning with the Abbasids. The consequences of Talas were far-reaching. The battle decisively halted Chinese expansion westward, effectively opening Central Asia to greater Islamic influence and cultural penetration. It marked a turning point for the region's religious landscape. Following this encounter, the Abbasids began a systematic Turkic recruitment program. Thousands of Turkic youths were enlisted as elite soldiers, known as Gilman, forming a new formidable military class within the Caliphate's ranks. Their martial skills were highly valued. The Ghilmans served a unique role as slave soldiers, often captured or purchased, then converted to Islam. They were rigorously trained as the caliph's personal guard, forming a loyal and highly disciplined fighting force. Their dedication was absolute. However, this recruitment had an unintended consequence. These Turkic soldiers, initially outsiders, gradually rose to positions of immense power. They became influential generals and even kingmakers within the caliphate, eventually wielding significant political authority. The spread of Islam into Turkic lands was a gradual, organic process. It moved along the established Silk Road routes, carried by intrepid Muslim merchants who facilitated trade, and by dedicated holy men who shared their faith. Their interactions fostered understanding. Islam held a significant appeal for many Turkic peoples. Its monotheistic streak, emphasizing one supreme god, resonated with aspects of Tengrism's focus on a singular sky god. Furthermore, Islam offered a comprehensive written law in Sharia and a rich intellectual tradition. The role of Sufism, the mystical branch of Islam, was particularly crucial in this conversion. Its emphasis on personal spiritual experience and reverence for holy figures resonated deeply with existing shamanistic traditions. Sufi dervishes often blended Islamic teachings with local customs. The Kara-Khanid Kaghanate stands as a landmark in this transformation. It was the first major Turkic dynasty to officially embrace Islam, marking a significant shift in the political and religious landscape of Central Asia. Their conversion set a precedent. Seljuk Khan, a pivotal figure, secretly converted to Islam in his youth. Upon ascending to power, he made Islam the official state religion of the Kara-Khanids around 934 AD, solidifying the faith's position within the Turkic world. The impact of the Kara-Khanids was profound. They created the first truly Turkic Islamic state, successfully blending their ancient Turkic heritage with the principles of Islamic governance and culture. This synthesis laid the groundwork for future Turkic empires. The Seljuks emerged from a clan of Oghuz Turks, a prominent Turkic tribal confederation. They converted to Sunni Islam in the late 10th century, a decision that would profoundly shape their destiny and the future of the Islamic world. Their conversion was a strategic and spiritual turning point. Led by the brilliant brothers Tughril and Tengri, the Seljuks began their relentless expansion into Persia. They systematically dismantled the fragmented local dynasties, establishing their dominance and laying the foundations of a vast new empire. Their military prowess was undeniable. In 1055, Tughril made a momentous entry into Baghdad, the heart of the Abbasid Caliphate. He liberated the Caliph from the control of the Buyids, a Shia dynasty, effectively restoring the Caliph's spiritual authority and earning the Seljuks immense prestige. This event established a new power structure within the Islamic world. The Abbasid Caliph remained the spiritual head of Islam, revered by all Sunni Muslims. However, the Turkic Sultan, represented by Tughril, now held the true military and political power, becoming the protector of the Caliphate. The Battle of Manzikert in 1071 was a watershed moment in world history. Alp Arslan, the Seljuk Sultan, decisively defeated the mighty Byzantine Empire, shattering its military power and opening the door to a new era. The Byzantine army was decimated. The consequences of Manzikert were revolutionary. The victory opened Anatolia, the heartland of the Byzantine Empire, to massive Turkic migration and settlement. This influx fundamentally changed the region's demographic and cultural makeup, transforming it into what would eventually become Turkey. Following the death of Sultan Malik Shah, the Seljuk Empire began to decline, fracturing into numerous smaller independent states. This fragmentation weakened their overall power and left them vulnerable to external threats. The once unified empire began to unravel. The Mongol invasions of the 13th century delivered a devastating blow to the Islamic world. They shattered existing Islamic powers, including the remnants of the Seljuk state in Anatolia, leaving a power vacuum and widespread destruction in their wake. The landscape was irrevocably altered. From this chaos, a new power began to rise: the Ottomans. They emerged from a small principality located on the Byzantine frontier, led by their charismatic founder, Osman. Their strategic location allowed them to constantly expand at the expense of a weakening Byzantine Empire. The Ottomans embarked on an astonishing period of expansion, growing from a minor frontier state into a globe-spanning empire. They inherited the fierce martial spirit of their Seljuk predecessors and embraced a strong Islamic identity, which fueled their conquests. The conquest of Constantinople in 1453 was the crowning achievement of Mehmed the Conqueror. The capture of the ancient Byzantine capital, a city that had stood for over 1,000 years, established undeniable Ottoman supremacy and marked the end of the Roman Empire. In 1517, Sultan Selim III adopted the title of Caliph, effectively uniting temporal and spiritual authority within the Ottoman Sultanate. This move solidified the Ottoman Empire's position as the leading power in the Sunni Islamic world, a legacy that endured for centuries. The journey of the Turkic peoples represents a profound transformation. Their conversion to Islam channeled their inherent nomadic energy and unparalleled military genius into an unprecedented era of empire building. They became the architects of vast, enduring states. Their global legacy is immense and undeniable. The Turkic empires, particularly the Seljuks and Ottomans, redrew the map of the world, leaving a lasting impact on language, culture, religion, and politics across 3 continents. Their influence continues to resonate today. If you found this journey through history fascinating, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the empires and cultures that shaped our world. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And let us know in the comments which historical transformation you'd like to see covered next. Thank you very much for your support. See you in the next adventure.